Hello and welcome. If you're not in on the joke, too bad. Welcome to the Pact Boon. This is an actual play Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition podcast and YouTube channel. We're playing in the homebrew world of Calignos. I am your dungeon master, Jake Packham, and with me are...
Justin Lewis,
Caden Otley,
and Tanner Wayland.
Join us as we take place in an adventure of a lifetime. Shout out to our sponsors, Monument Studios, Roll and Play Press, and Painting Phantasms. If you also would like to sponsor the show, send us your money. We'll do a quick recap. The party took off for Hurtenberg. After trespassing onto Crestor and taking out lines of credit to pay for their trespassing fees, the party joined Sheriff Don Delaub as his deputies for the village of Crestor. They gave a little bit of blood, cast a little bit of magic, and now can be kept safe under the watchful eye of Sheriff Don anywhere they go on the material plane. The party witnessed a powerful display of the sheriff's power as he completely obliterated a rebellious and downright nasty deputy in a single blow. The party was given their first assignment to go and establish a way tower in the newly acquired property called Hurtenberg. Silent Sylvester, an orcish artificer type, is going to help keep the party safe and ensure that the walk to Hurtenberg is done successfully. But an ambush of sorts. A cute little puppy stopped on the party to say hello. Gave him a little bit of licks, a little bit of bites, a little bit of tentacles, and the party was thrown into battle. And here we find them in the carnage of the battle afterwards. We see in the landscape dry and dusty desert. There are some tall grasses. They appear to be dry as well, kind of that yellow wheat color. There is a gentle wind coming through. There are no birds overhead right now. You've been walking for a couple of hours before you were assailed by this dog. And the majority of you are pretty well bloodied. Sylvester looks pretty heavily wounded. He took a lot of hits from these furry crab creatures and appears to not be doing super well.
That's what happens when you get crabs.
Crabs is never a good time.
Yep.
Cannot recommend it. But here we are. What would you guys like to do?
So, where's Sylvester right now?
He's effectively on the floor, right? He's kind of just like wrapping himself up, trying to attend to his bandages. The two of you hear in your head, "This has been a nightmare."
Oh, right, because Jolly
hates Silent Sylvester and refused to.
Yeah, that's
mentally
He
connect.
does not. He does not like invasions of his privacy. If you get that reference,
I don't.
It could have been
but,
better.
But
Okay,
I love
give me
it.
a break.
I think I'm going to run up to Sylvester and tend to his wounds.
I'm going to help him with that.
Okay.
Jolly would like to do like a perception check to see if there's any more danger.
Yeah, go ahead. Give me a perception check. Elon, tell me what you're trying to do.
So, I'd just like to inspect his wounds.
Yeah.
And just kind of see
His state.
if there's anything I can make worse without making it look like I'm making it worse.
Fabulous. Go ahead and give me a medicine check.
Okay.
15.
15 on the perception check.
I got a 15 on the medicine check as well.
And I'd like to aid him by just coming up and kind of helping Silent Sylvester get into, maybe he's in shock. I have him lay down, elevate his legs a little bit, just try and get it comfortable.
And I'm also going to turn to Wolfgang. I'm going to, maybe like as we're walking over, I'm going to just, hey, kind of distract him, get up in his face a little bit and make it look like you're really tending to him and I'm going to inspect him.
And then as we're still walking, I turn over, I'm like, oh, subterfuge. I get it. Okay, and I wink.
Give me a stealth check.
Uh-oh. It's not good.
What if I got a natural 20 and that's 25 total and it covers up for his...
A nat 20 needs to be regarded.
I got a 7.
And to be fair, I was the one that used the word subterfuge. He was
Sure,
just
sure,
being
sure.
concerned in a weird way.
I'll take your argument.
Thank you. I appreciate
we'll run
that.
with it.
I
love
mean, he
that.
did say, "What can I make worse?" So, like, I don't know.
Not out loud.
That's true. That's very
For
true.
your perception check,
Yes.
you see in the distance, it looks to be another dog running in the direction of Hurtenberg, about 200, 300 feet away.
So away from us.
Running away from you, but toward Hurtenberg.
Should we snipe it?
Do you point out that
Yeah.
this dog is...
Guys, I think there is another furry bow wow, but it's going away from us, but towards where we are wanting to go.
Okay, so I see it, and I say, "You are going to hurt in your berg." And I shoot. Okay.
Do you have a long or a short bow?
Short bow, which has a range of 320.
Is that at disadvantage? What's the
As-
first distance?
80.
So it would be at disadvantage. So you could take a shot up to 320 feet, but it is at disadvantage.
And as he's about to pull back and like let go, Jolly's probably like, you know, it's a good thing he's running away from us. Wait, what are you? No, don't do it. And twang, and then at least it leaves his bow and
Okay, first roll's a 19. Let's see. Oh, second roll's a 20, so 19 to hit.
Dang.
crap.
Yeah, that'll hit. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Okay, now here's a question. So, as you know, I am a
Oh.
yeah, I have a certain ability
Yeah.
called Dread Ambusher, which allows me to, fire twice on initiative. Obviously, we were in initiative, but not with this dog. This dog is some other
I would
dog.
say that it would qualify.
Okay, 5 damage.
Okay, you hear, and the dog drops.
Oh, it was a real dog. Oh no.
No, it wasn't. Don't worry. It's definitely an abomination.
I'm like, Fido, I'm so sorry.
well, I
Okay.
suppose we have food to eat now if we need it.
Yep. Okay.
what have I done?
You can go inspect the dog afterwards. But if you want to handle your thing, what do you guys want to do? You just shot a dog from
I
about
did.
250
So
feet away.
I do think that I will go investigate. I'm abandoning the medical treatment plan for me personally, and I'm gonna go check it out.
Okay. Do you want to take Jolly with you?
Well, Jolly would probably be like looking at the dog and kind of like standing far off, not really paying too much attention to what Elon is doing, but more concerned of like, yeah, we almost died, so I don't want to find more things coming towards us. So he's kind of keeping watch a little bit.
Okay. Very well. I'll have you roll another perception check just to stay vigilant. Give me an investigation check on the dog as you come up to it. You see that this black and brown looks to be like kind of a mutt, and your bow has pierced its spine.
I got a solid 4.
Okay, it's still breathing, but like not well. It is very labored breathing, and this dog is like on death's door.
Okay, so first things first, much like a horse, I'm going to check its mouth. Just like check its teeth, make sure there's no hands in there, random.
Am I next to Jolly?
No,
No.
you're probably like 10, 15 feet away. Of
Okay,
just
I called a Jolly. Oh shoot, I figured out. I think that is the guy's dog.
that one or the one we killed.
The one
Well, I
we
bet-
just killed. I think
We
was
killed
the
both of
was
them,
the
so
dog
which-
we were supposed to meet.
Wait a second. So do you say this out loud? Like,
I'm yelling this
'Cause I'm like
yelling
80
this to Jolly.
I'm pretty far away at this point, but like if it's still alive, and I realize if I check its mouth and there's not a weird hand inside, I'm gonna start medical treatment. I'm gonna do it.
You don't see a hand inside.
Good. I'm gonna
And
start
it has
healing
a,
this
it
guy.
has a little silver collar.
Oh, I check it. What does it say?
I don't remember the dogs.
Bow wow.
We'll name him Brooks. That was my old dog back in the day, and he's dead.
Oh.
All right,
Dude, I
Rest
remember
in peace.
Brooks.
yeah.
Good dog.
So I look at him like, oh, Brooks, I'm so sorry. Yeah, it's, you understand? And I motion to the thing. I'm like, I'll get you taken care of, boy. Yes, just stay there. Yes, I'm so sorry. And then I'm going to do a medicine check.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh heavens, please.
Jolly's like, I still don't understand. What is a dog doing out
Okay.
here alive?
Yeah. So you are able to stabilize the dog.
So yeah, I got a 15, and I've shot a lot of things. I've taken a lot of arrows out, but like I just try and like I make a little incision, pull the arrow out, and like I grab some like a strip of cloth from my like shirt, and like bind it, and I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry.
You get the sense that he's probably not going to be able to use his hind legs again without magical intervention.
Where was this? Did I shoot him?
In the spine.
In the spine. Oh no, I hate this. I hate every second of it. I hate that you did this to me.
Hey, I did nothing. You're the one that shot. Elon, what are you trying to do?
Okay, tell me. So I come up to Sylvester,
Okay.
and I just am inspecting his wounds. What do I see?
Did you already give me a medicine check?
Yeah, I got a 15.
Okay. Yeah, you see that he's pretty grievously wounded. A lot of bite marks, some poison from those crab things. So like some of they're starting to get infected pretty quickly, right? The wounds were like a pincer, but then also injected with poisonous venom. And so the wounds don't look good. His green orcish skin is already turning black around some of the wounds, and so he's trying to cauterize some of them. He has he pulls out kind of like a Swiss Army knife, and it ignites one of the metal rod parts to like almost like a cigarette lighter to like start cauterizing his own wounds. And so he's like burning himself with it, and you see his lips are tugging on the sew.
I think
the
last
thread.
time part of it had ripped, right?
Yeah.
Sylvester, do you have any potions?
I do not have any of the sort. I was instructed to not carry any.
Well, it looks like you're going to die. Do you see the necrosis?
This too shall pass.
Did my medicine check give me enough insight into whether or not it will pass?
You get the sense that like after maybe 8 hours of rest, you'd probably be okay.
Oh. So if we keep walking through the desert. Sylvester, can you walk?
It appears that my legs are functional and I should be able to get going.
All right. Well, I'll help him up.
Okay. He gets up and like he's got a pretty bad gash on his leg. So effectively he's gonna have like a half speed for a couple of hours as the body starts to kind of rectify itself. In gathering you all back together, he says, our destination is approximately another 8 hours from here. I do not believe we'll be able to make it today. The sun will set in about 3 hours.
Mr. Silent, the bones have like a silver band. If we brought that back to the sheriff, would that decrease our outstanding balance?
I do not believe it would work like that.
Okay, so we should just leave the bones here. It's not useful.
Unfortunately, he has no further value to the city of Crestor.
Did you know about these monsters?
This is my first encounter.
Why didn't the sheriff tell you? Didn't he care about his second in command?
Of course he cares, and I am not in second command.
Oh, sorry, I misunderstood. I guess you're not so high up in the hierarchy.
I understand what you are doing, and actually this conversation isn't happening because we are not bonded.
Hey, do you do the thing?
He's
Oh, okay, whatever.
speaking through me. He's speaking through me.
Yeah, this is all happening through Alon.
Yeah.
You know what? Jolly's like, Sylvester puts his hand on his shoulder or whatever, just gets it over with on accident.
Sylvester says, your reluctance is off-putting.
Well, I could say many things about many people. However, All those things that I just said to you, I'm saying now.
And now the conversation has happened. Yes. Yeah.
I'm gonna walk away from Sylvester, and I'm going to conjure Cyril in my
Okay.
palms, just like so. It's like kind of walking away from him.
Okay. Hey, bud.
Hey, I need you to do a little something stabby for me.
Ooh.
I know. I'm kind of hoping that you'll turn invisible if you can. I still don't know the extent of your abilities, but I need this guy taken care of.
What does it mean for you
What does what mean for me?
that I do this?
It means a lot because I'll be free if he dies.
Listen, if anybody understands the need for freedom, it's Cyril. And you know what? I'll do that for you. And he gives you a kiss on the cheek. And turns invisible.
I'm a little bewildered and I move on.
Okay, whatever.
Take these in turn and continue on my day.
But a little flame has awoken in his heart, and he's like, could this be something more?
Cyril is now Elon's baby.
It's kind of how it feels. He's like,
Or is Elon Cyril's
Cyril's
baby?
Always.
Oh gosh,
Dude, everyone needs a friend.
Do you know your dad?
I saved my dad.
Where's your dad right now? Do you know?
I hope I know. He should be back home. I'm having this conversation in my head.
Folks at home, I'm looking at you.
Yeah, where's your dad right now, huh?
Hey, that's a sensitive topic.
True.
Okay. So Cyril goes off to do effectively what you have instructed him to do. Go ahead and roll an attack for Cyril.
So, do you want me to just roll like imp stats or what?
Yeah.
Okay.
While this is happening, Jolly is probably thinking in his mind, I did not think it
Oh,
was so
22 for Cyril, baby.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. Yeah, just Jolly's like having this question of like, I thought that was being like pretty subtle there. Like, how did he get it?
Yeah, is he doing like the sting?
Yeah, or bite, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, go ahead and roll your piercing damage.
Come on, Cyril. Let's do this one. Oh, never mind. We're going to do that one because I rolled it. 7.
Gosh. And he fails the Constitution saving throw.
Oh,
So roll 3d6 poison damage.
What the heck?
sorry.
Meanwhile, Wolfgang and Jolly are like, you know, this place isn't so bad once you
I
get
know.
past like the killing dogs thing.
10.
I'm just forever far away, just like grabbing this dog, just like bringing it, and I see freaking Cyril pop up behind, like,
You do see Cyril appear because his invisibility drops when he attacks. And he, in his perfectly human form, he's in a Bermuda shirt. He's got his ant head, and
He's appeared from the Instagram plane.
and his blue dragon-like tail reaches up and stabs Sylvester in his right eye. It goes through his head, pops out his left eye, and rips back out. And Sylvester reaches at his face, clawing at his skin as like the acid or the poison like starts pouring into his face, and he just falls to the ground dead.
Okay, I'm going to act shocked. Can I do like a performance check?
Yeah, sure.
for who?
For the people who are watching. I don't know. I got a 13.
Okay. You guys can give insight checks if you would like to.
Well, we all know what Cyril looks like.
So I'd like to be like, I'm 40 feet away, carrying the dog back. I was just
Drop
about to
the
be
dog.
like, Sylvester, dog, and then I'm just like, oh.
genuinely shocked.
Yeah, Sylvester drops dead
Woof, man.
as Cyril brains this guy in the face.
So what does Cyril say next?
Cyril says, that was ugly mess. And he's gone.
So not an hasta la vista, baby.
Nothing of the sort.
Holla.
Shaka, bruh.
Jolly might honestly like start kind of like looking behind himself every now and then to see if Cyril's just like
Yeah.
hanging a boot.
Okay, well, Sylvester's dead.
I'm going to grab
What
his
are you gonna
cool
do?
pocket knife and whatever else is on his body.
Okay. You can go ahead and give me an investigation check to try and loot Sylvester's body.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna go over too.
I think
Yeah.
I got a 14.
Okay.
I'm also like by this point, I'd like to believe that I've kind of run up with the dog.
Yeah, for sure.
Put the dog down, and then like I'm freaking out, but I'm also like, what do I do?
Yeah. So you're walking back with the dog, right? You see Silent Sylvester. Like, Cyril's pretty small, so
Yeah.
you might not even see that it was him until it's like right at the end, and then you see him just like kind of disappear, and then he drops to the ground. Jolly's bemused.
no, just flabbergasted, just like, so, Elon, Cyril, yeah, he did that. How does your relationship with him work?
So I have kind of created a contract with him of sorts because I saved his life, and so now he's kind of sworn to me.
So you turned Cyril into a hitman.
I'm not just using him for killing people.
Oh, ew.
Has he done anything else
Okay.
except for killing people so far?
Oh,
I mean, he's followed somebody. He followed Crow. Oh no, that was the imp. Never mind. Yeah,
yeah, that was the actual imp.
he's failed to warn you guys when I was dying inside the fish's belly.
He did fail that.
Yes. So he's a killing machine.
Warn
Okay.
us about what?
Well, so when I got eaten by the fish, Cyril, I told him to go and find you guys and tell you where I was, and
Oh.
he didn't do that.
Well, we found you, so that's a happy
It's true.
coincidence.
Well,
So,
I got out.
I think the big question now is, so what do we do?
You find on this man his little pocket knife type deal. It is an all-purpose tool.
Is that what it is, Jake? Hmm?
It is.
Yep. Okay.
Yep.
Cool. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
And he has a burglar's pack. So you can add a burglar's pack to your inventory.
Okay.
He has a rifle and a pistol on him. Additionally, on his back were like these canisters. You don't understand their functionality, but the canisters were like fueling the rifle.
Oh.
Oh, is there any kind of attachment to the rifle?
Yeah, there's like a little tube that.
Can I just
connects
take
to
the
it.
whole thing then and just?
Yeah, it's freaking heavy.
Is it?
Yeah.
Can I do some sort of check? Or can I try to decipher what other uses this fuel might have?
You for sure can. Give me Tinker Tools check, we'll call it.
Okay. So, would that?
Intelligence plus proficiency.
Okay.
for you.
So sweet. 24.
24. There's a world of possibilities. This appears to be some sort of gasoline type. In that gas can fuel cars, it can fuel lots of different things, like generators, small engine things. This fuel isn't gasoline, but it can function
Yeah.
to serve as a sort of fuel for other artifice.
Okay. Cool. So it could turn into like alchemist's fire, maybe,
For sure.
or other
Yeah,
stuff.
your brewer's mind is going a little bit wild.
Can I do another check to see if like could I maybe turn like some of this into maybe like a drink?
Freaking A.
Give me another Tinker's Tools check.
Dude, we'll just call it fuel.
Dirty. Well, actually, 22.
Probably.
Cool. Well, interesting.
So I'm like trying to lift this thing, and I just leave it. I'm like, yeah, you jolly.
Okay, I will lift it. I'm pretty sure we have the same strength, FYI, so I'll probably be struggling just as much.
Oh.
Aelin's like, I can't do this. And Jolly's like, I'll do it. Nope.
You don't have the strength for it, huh?
Oh, I have a +1 to strength.
Wow. Interesting.
We just got a dog, though. Right?
So I'm gonna try and fire this rifle. Just like hold it out into the desert.
Sure.
Another dog.
It doesn't work.
Okay.
Like it doesn't fire. Like you feel the trigger like.
What about the pistol?
The pistol shoots normal bullets. He was using that in the fight, right? Like he was shooting the dog and it was ripping those things off.
Do you want this?
Is this thing a flamethrower? Is that what
I
this
can
is?
try it. I've never tried before. Yes. Thank you. And so I've got a pistol now. Just one?
Yeah, a pistol.
Can I try
So not
and
20
do
pistols, just
the
one.
Rifle?
What?
Just one pistol?
Just a
You
single
sure he doesn't
pistol.
have like 3 extra?
Not just a singular
Dang it
pistol.
all. Okay.
Can I try the rifle?
Sure. Give me a Tinker's Tools check.
Do it.
18.
Flamethrower, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, so is that what that like liquid? Oh, that's great.
Yes.
How was this connected to him? Was this like, or was he just wearing it?
He was just wearing it like
Oh,
a
okay.
backpack. Yeah, it was a flamethrower's backpack, right? Like this is the fuel that he's basically igniting
Yeah.
with it. If you take a moment and honestly, like the sun's starting to come down a little bit as you're doing all of this, like so it might be time to kind of set up a perimeter and camp and stuff.
Do we see like mountains nearby?
Very far away.
Okay,
So should I add like flamethrower or just what?
I don't know if that's a thing on here, but we'll make it. Yeah. Speaking of mountains, in the very far distance, maybe 60, 70, 80 miles away, you see blood red rock mountains. I think we might have described it a little bit before. There's some smoke coming out of them. Sylvester didn't tell you the name of these mountains or anything around the area, so you don't have any details on that, but it's pretty far away.
yeah, so our only bearing is that we're on a trail and that we were supposed to meet this dog. That's how we knew we were
On the right path.
Okay, I'm gonna attempt the same kind of like medicine check. Is he
I mean, without making a medicine check, like he stabilized the
Okay.
dog, but again, like the spine has been severed.
Okay.
And so like the back legs don't work.
Okay.
Would that be something alarm? Would that be something Cure Wounds could fix,
Maybe
or would it need?
it might be a restoration. But yeah, so you see the grasses around you. It's pretty open and bare. Ahead, you see that there's some smaller mountains, honestly glorified hills, and you know that Hurtenberg kind of rests in between in like this sort of valley there. And you know that Hurtenberg is the northernmost like residential area or establishment on this crest in the kingdom of Tirosh. So you know that there isn't anything further north settlement-wise, and then that everything else kind of lies to the south and west going around.
I'm gonna show Jolly what I found. I don't know if this was in my pack already, but I have like ball bearings and some other stuff. I'm wondering, like, could you make him like a wheelchair, like a little dog wheelchair?
I was thinking the same thing with the bones. However, I'm not entirely sure we should use bones from clearly some sort of magical aberration. We do have Sylvester.
That's a good point. Sorry, we need to get out of here, but I need to go inspect those bones because we know that this creature was inflicted by the lethargy, or I guess we presume that it was.
Yeah, you presume as much. You haven't confirmed it.
Yeah, so can I go do like just inspect it and kind of look for arcane?
Yeah. The dog is gone. It turned to ash, right? Once you killed it and kind of left it to itself, the blood and everything around it kind of dried up and just disappeared, leaving behind the remains of presumably a deputy because of the armband still left intact.
Do you want me to?
Yeah, you can roll. There's just not much there.
Okay.
So when looking at it, do we get the sense that this creature was something that ate the deputy, or something that merged with the deputy, or the deputy turned into it?
You can give me an insight check with disadvantage.
I mean, what's the worst?
A 1?
No.
Oh, well, I mean, does that count, or do I need to? I mean, yeah. Okay, so first one's a natural 20, second one's a 6.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know why I even bothered with that. Insight 7.
Okay. I think that's pretty hard to tell. Those are some big, reaching questions without any evidence, right? You truly don't have any evidence about this. You just saw a dog. It turned into a tentacle thing. You won. It is now a person.
Okay, I'm going to do something in the name of science that might be stupid. I'm going to grab one of the bones, kind of break it so it's sharp, and then stab Sylvester in the chest. See what happens. Also, while you're doing that, does Sylvester have armor? Because if he has anything, I would like to use and turn it into maybe like a sled.
Okay. We'll handle that in a moment.
Yeah.
You break the bone, and there is no marrow. So it's a hollow bone.
Jolly
We'll
would
call it a femur.
Jolly would probably drop it at that point and say something like, hollow bones are bad omens. And just like walk away, like kind of shaken. Maybe he'll like literally just burn the bones and then like do something weird and like jump up and down.
The black
3
spot.
times. Yeah, exactly. Just like, nope, let's go. And he'll just start walking.
Yeah, I mean, you see Jolly now in full armor, right? With a freaking flamethrower. Just die! Just lighting up Sylvester and the... do you light up Sylvester as well?
No. So I
Just
would...
the bones?
Yes.
Okay.
Just the bones. And
The bones don't burn.
Do I mean, I assume like I'm inspecting him and then I jump back when he gets the flamethrower gun.
For sure.
But like, is there any kind
No
of like
warning, just-
arcane signature? You know, like, do I see any kind of like, do I sense any blackness to this?
I don't think you do. And I think that's also a little bit unnerving about it. Like, this is intense magic going on, and there's nothing to show for it afterwards. So you're able to, we'll say, just kind of cobble together like a sled for the dog's legs between like some leather and some... I mean, you could use the bones, or you could use some metal.
I would also probably want to try and put, like, while we're traveling, the flamethrower also on this sled. So even
I
if...
don't know if you'd be able to
Okay.
do that.
Okay,
Like, you could piece together something that would hold a dog, but not
gotcha.
a 100-pound flamethrower.
Yeah.
Right. Sweet.
So you can continue walking for a couple more hours, but I would recommend not walking at night. You don't know the area.
Can I just do like a scan for any kind of rock structure or something that I could...
Yeah, I'd like to help
see
with
Jolly.
that.
Yeah. Yeah, you see the rock man next to you.
The thing.
That meets your prescribed definition. Go ahead and give me a perception or survival.
Okay, dirty 20.
I got a... What's my perception? Well, I did a 19 in survival.
Okay. Pretty far away. Like, it would be another probably 15 miles before you got to anything usable like that.
Like for cover? Okay. And we're surrounded by sand.
Sand, dry grass. Again, the grass is pretty tall. It's about 3 feet tall.
Okay. In that case, I would like to find like a little spot, kind of maybe that like has some grass, like
Yeah.
a little bit taller.
We'll say that there's a tree that you
Yeah.
can find. Like, it wouldn't be uncommon for there to be a tree. So you could kind of like rest under a tree.
Yeah. Let's go there, and then yeah. So is it late already?
Yeah, it's getting to sunset right about now.
Okay. So there's a tree. Is there wood nearby? Anything
Not
like?
much. I mean,
Okay.
just grasses.
So I say to the party, I'm like, okay, I think that it might be wise that we bed for the night and continue tomorrow. But after today, I think it is important to speed up because I don't know what kind of powers that man has, the sheriff, but maybe there's an alarm going off right now.
Well, hopefully, this looks more like an accident than it was.
I don't get the feelings that he is, innocent until proven guilty type thing.
So, sort of a different question. Wasn't Sylvester supposed to be doing something magical while we are going?
What?
Yeah, you were supposed to go and set up a tower.
Oh, yeah,
In
yes.
Hertenberg.
It's there in Hertenberg.
But what's our real goal?
Well, to be honest, I would like to go home to Gast.
See, and that's kind of what I'm thinking is we do our work for the broker who got us out of hell, and we get the hell out of here.
But
I like that.
frankly, I don't know if I can do that knowing there is a man in Crestor named Don Sheriff Talalabla. I don't know his last name. What was his last name? Tala'ab. I think I might need to kill him.
Do you think you have the ability to kill him at this point in your life?
No, and honestly, one of my main points was to try and get Sylvester on our side. However, he does have many deputies.
He does, but we saw that most of them are old or children or people without much ability, like us in many ways.
Yes. Yes.
Maybe
But these are-
we could do the kind of a this task for the broker, and then somehow we say, hey, we did something for you, you do something for us,
Well,
kill
he-
this sheriff,
No,
and
he already
Bob's your
did
uncle.
something for us. He took us out of hell. And what makes you think, if we can't even kill the sheriff, what, like a lethargy that is affecting the material plane? Why would we be able to do anything with that?
On the other hand, the sheriff can't open zippers in space, so maybe running away from the guy who can traverse from hell to the material plane is not. Maybe running away from such a man is not smart. But, like you said, I don't disagree that we may be in over our heads, and maybe we just reconnaissance, so to speak.
I suppose until Sheriff Don magically appears, we don't know that he can teleport to exactly where we are. Until we see one of his agents, we don't know how he can impact us. So I think for the time being, we do work off the assumption that he cannot.
Yes, I was only saying that maybe we don't betray the broker at this point, because he can teleport, or zip, or whatever you say. But this sheriff, at least he has to walk on his legs.
Well, and Gino has also done something for us that was hugely beneficial.
Agreed. While I'm not sure about this lethargy that we have to find and take care of, on the other hand, I would like to repay my debt.
Debt. That is a terrible word.
Do you secretly have a lot of debt or
Well,
something?
No, I have 14,000 in gold owed to this.
Oh yes, we all do.
sheriff.
Combined total 31,565 gold pieces.
I forgot about that.
As far as we're concerned now, we don't.
That is unless he has the ability to somehow reach us where we are. However, I suppose since we are going to Hertenberg, he would have no reason. He said he can track us.
I'm testing the fates right now, is what I'm doing.
Yes. I think that it is important to say out
if he can
loud.
teleport, he will right now.
Yes. Yes, I think for safety we should say even God himself could not find us right now. So we're safe. There you go.
If any of us
What are you
ever
rolling for?
that's kind of like on TV
All I'm
shows
gonna
where
say
they're
is I
like,
got a nat
Yeah.
20.
if any of us ever build a time machine, let's come back right now.
Well.
Wait, are you serious?
I rolled a nat 20.
On what? On teleportation check?
Now.
Is he in front of us? Like,
No. Give me a perception check.
Okay. Okay.
It appears
10.
15.
9.
we have ourselves a situation. He's not anywhere around you.
A situation that was out of our control.
Oh, Sheriff, how good of you to show up. Our friend, Sylvester's a silent. He's dead. And we tried our best to fight this dog creature, but we don't know what happened.
Now, I understand how one might shirk the duties of responsibility when you're so early on. What I don't understand is why cold-blooded murder should be tolerated.
What are you talking about, murder?
I'm gonna speak very plainly, fish boy. If I ever see that little ant guy, I'll eat him. And I'll cook you up like a fish fillet. And I'll burn the city of Crestor with every single civilian in it. You do not mess with me. And you have. I'll see you when you return after building my tower in Hertenberg.
Can we get instructions on how to do that?
Nothing. I rolled a nat 20.
That music was so good.
Thanks.
What'd you guys roll in your perceptions?
15.
I got a,
That
six,
was a
I got a
9.
16. Yeah.
It was a 9.
Yeah, you both probably see that Jolly is a little wet on his pants.
Would you guys like to sleep now?
I was gonna have Cyril keep watch, but now I'm afraid he's gonna get eaten.
So, does anyone have any way to contact that zipper dude?
Gino?
Gino?
Mr. Calamezi
Calamesi?
or Mezzo, whatever his name was.
Menti.
Menti.
You don't see a zipper somewhere 1,000 feet in the sky.
You don't see a zipper.
1,000 feet in the sky.
You know who could have used the zipper? Jolly.
Jolly's just gonna like walk away and set up two spells. One is a ritual spell. He's gonna ritual cast alarm around where everyone's sleeping,
Okay.
Nice.
as big as possible, and tell everyone, okay, this is a trick my old mentor taught me. He took me out of the city once. Big story, doesn't matter. All we need to know is we are still fairly exposed, so we need to sleep in the middle as close as possible, because if something is running at us, it's only like 10 feet. They could still get us before we even wake up or things like that.
So I assume you cast it like the center is the tree or something. We could all sleep up against the tree.
I would actually do it away from the tree, because I want to use the tree to cast snare. So use a rope to create a circle with a 5-foot radius on the ground, and it's a trap. It's nearly invisible. Basically, small, medium, or large creature moves onto the ground in the spell's radius. They have to do certain things. So it's basically just like the snare. The idea would be to put alarm, like maybe a little bit away from the snare or something. So hopefully we can either catch some food or just another layer.
I dig it. All right. You pull out your newly acquired bedrolls that you purchased for ridiculous sums.
Jolly doesn't have a bedroll, actually. The pack he got
I have 2.
doesn't come. Wait, really?
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Fabulous.
Sweet.
So you do have a bedroll. As a sea elf, do you trance, or do you have to take a full long rest?
Yeah, I assume that I have like a defense against magical sleep, you know, so it's probably
that would
trance.
make sense.
Yeah.
What about Wolfgang?
It is more of a trance type thing,
Okay.
where it's like, I mean, it's like,
So Jolly's just snoring the
Yeah.
whole night.
it's like somewhere in between because he's not
Yeah.
fully, so he's partially human.
Okay. So what you could do is you could set up basically 4 hours on, 4 hours off for a watch. Alon and Cyril could take a watch. Wolfgang could take a watch. And Jolly's just going to have to
Sleep.
honk out and snooze.
Not a bad deal.
Okay, the first leg of the watch. Who would like to go first?
If we could before,
Please, yeah.
Jolly would probably want to ask the guys something.
Yes. There is no fire. It would be ill-advised
Okay,
with
so
the wind and the very dry grasses around you.
So, Jolly, in that case, would create... He would find, like, a rock and turn it into a magical piece of light that gives light for 5 feet.
Nice.
Just one of his magical tinkering things. And he'd be like, do you each want one of these? I could make 3 for each of us. One
Yeah.
for each.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he'll make 3 things
Yes.
of light. And he'll say, I am sort of curious how we met and kind of came together. Like, what were you guys doing in the Hells?
To speak for myself, it was a employment disagreement, to put it mildly. But on the other hand, he had it coming, so I don't feel too bad about it. Yes.
Mine was a trial, and looking back, I think I made a mistake accepting the trial.
What do you mean?
Well, I was protecting my home, or attempting to protect my home from an outsider, and I decided to make a pact to try and save my island.
And that landed you in hell.
Well, yeah. A part of the deal was if I wanted to ascend, I needed to go through something like the Hells first.
Wow. That is strange. I don't know that I would have taken that deal. But did you save your island?
Well, I didn't really complete the trial, and you guys wouldn't know this, but as we were falling, something inside me just felt like I needed to reach back out to a god that I had forgotten, and I passed out, but it seems like she has accepted me as hers now, and that is why I survived.
A god, you say?
Yes.
I've never had much reason to rely on religion. But you did pass out. I did see that.
Yeah, the gods are in everything and are everything. You should give it a try.
Sure, yes. Yes, they are
Would
definitely...
you like a pamphlet?
We're here to talk
Adjust
to you
my
about
name tag.
Oleg's. Name tag. Yes. You know, I think my situation was much more like Wolfgang's. I don't know what happened, honestly. I was working as a guardsman for this caravan, and then things just went crazy. I don't even remember very much. I just remember the other guardsmen sent me to hell.
Yes, I very similar experience. I killed my employer, and I think we are same that way.
Who is your employer?
Oh, he was a nobody, a nobleman. He was simply put a doofus, just treated people badly, and I had enough. It was a bad week, yes, but in the end, he had it coming. He treated people like animals, and so he himself became animals that needed to be put down.
You just like putting down animals, huh?
Here's the thing.
The dog perks up.
And
No.
what's your story?
What was his name again? The dog's?
The dog, Brooks.
Brooks? It's like, no, Brooks, not you, never you. I'm so sorry. But no, I actually have good memories of animals, but I find that people can be just as cold and just as naturally careless in how they treat others, and when you find someone like that, talking to them like a man doesn't make sense. Only treating them like something that needs to be put down or controlled.
I couldn't agree more with you on that.
How long were you guys in the hells?
I was there for about 6 weeks.
So like a couple of months for me. Yeah.
2 months, yeah.
Yeah. Yes, it was 2 glorious months, and and I would have loved to leave earlier, but glad I got out.
Yeah, you seemed pretty well established.
I know my way around a dominant like leader versus subordinate type situation. I come from the I don't know if you know them, the Sanguine Chain Islands.
Give me a history check, both of you. I'll give you advantage, Elon.
Okay.
I'm guessing I would probably have disadvantage.
No.
Like 15.
Oh.
15. It's another island chain. It is so if Rel is here in this crescent shape, the Sanguine chain is most eastward, like almost directly east from the Gulf within Rel. It's the Sanguine chain. You would for sure. And what'd you get?
21.
21. Oh yeah, okay. So you would know that like the rumors about the Sanguine chain are like, I mean, sanguine blood, right? That it's vampiric, right? That there are vampires who eat people, and yeah.
What kind of work did you do?
Oh, my family, we did odd jobs, so to speak. It was like how you say mercenary work for the various factions. You know, it's like a family business.
Did you ever work for a vampire?
Yes, they aren't. Here's the thing: they are so plentiful there that it would be insane for me not to.
The rumors are true.
Yes, it's very true, and in many ways, that's why I like this camaraderie we have here, because there, if you aren't a full vampire or you aren't a part of the in club, so to speak, then you're no better than a dog. Sorry, Brooks.
The ones that I was with? As in to you or to him? So, what do these mercenaries normally look like or act like?
It's... I mean, there are many of us, but we typically, our family, the Azrael family. They are. I don't know if you've seen the crest. It is the bloodhound with the fox in the mouth, and it's blue and gray are the colors. But I mean, you might not have heard of it because, once again, if you aren't near the sanguine chain, why would you have a need?
Does your family ever do work in Northern Guest?
Yes, I know that some of my other troops have gone there for various commissions.
Have
Yes.
either of you been to Northern Guest or Guest at all?
No. I was kind of a homebody, so to speak.
Can I insight that?
Yeah, go ahead.
That's probably an 8 or a 10, depending on if I have a +1 or a -1. That is a 9. Oh, wait, no, it's a 10.
I mean, he seems forthcoming.
Blue and gray, you say?
Give me an insight check.
Okay, I can do that.
What a unique combination.
17.
Jolly, how are you feeling right now?
You see Jolly as perturbed.
I'm sorry. Do you have you perhaps ever
No, I've
chartered our
never
family?
been
or?
to the Sanguine Island. I've never
No?
been there. No.
Oh, it's beautiful. Sometimes, depending.
It sounds terrifying, to be honest.
It's the forests, though. You can't beat them. There's so many cute little animals, and
But with so many vampires running around, it's very likely that there are like zombies or skeletons just walking. Is that
it's not as bad as they say in the brochures and stuff. It happens, but
it happens?
it's you have to go on one of the few days when there aren't dark clouds in the sky. Beautiful.
Okay.
So, I mean, he's explaining where he's from, and I'm looking at him. Is there any kind of like indication?
Jolly just assumes that no, there's no way, because we've been out in the sun.
12.
He hasn't eaten us.
I mean, he looks like he lived in the hells for 2 months. Sickly.
Well, I'm just a sick little boy. That's it.
But yeah, Jolly seems perturbed about.
And then I go up to him and I'm like, Jolly, if you come over, you can stay at our house, okay? You're probably wondering, like, oh, would Wolfgang invite me out? Would I have to get an Airbnb or something? Don't worry, you could stay at my place.
Well,
if we ended up back there, it's my family isn't the nicest, but I'm nice and I could take care of you.
Actually, since you brought up your family, I seem to remember you mentioning you saw your brother in the hills.
Did I mention that?
He did.
I'll just follow along with it. Yes, it was a surprise, to be sure, but I was busy making tea, loving my job, so I didn't have time to focus on it. It's not worth thinking about. Yes, not worth thinking about.
Tea.
Yes, it was for the bosses. So they liked the tea. They had guests. One of them was my brother, and I didn't like it. It's whatever. Enough about me.
What flavor was the tea?
Oh, like boiling magma or something like that. I forgot to check the box specifically, but
the souls of the damned.
Souls of the damned with the throat numbing effect. Yeah.
Were you able to taste this tea?
No, not at all.
Oh, so it was like one of those drinks. Okay.
Yes.
Never mind. That makes sense.
All right. I think you're a little bit flummoxed, right?
Yeah.
Is this a palpable tension?
He
Probably
would
at this
probably
point.
yell, "Oh, what's for dinner?" just like to change the conversation a little bit.
Nothing. I mean, you have some rations, right? Like that you could probably snack on, but the night carries on.
Question for you. So
Did we travel very far from where Sylvester
Yeah,
is?
a couple hours.
Dang it.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
Is there something that you would have wanted to do?
I mean, if he was nearby, yes, but
You have
at
a
night,
dog.
whatever.
We'll say it was an hour away.
It's an
Traveled
hour
an
away.
hour away.
I mean, so let's say Elon is up, and he's not doing his watch. I'm like, oh gosh, it's so hard getting to sleep into the desert. Oh man, I sleep normally. But and then there's like, I just a lot on my mind. Is it okay if I just go for a walk? I'll be right back. Maybe like 2 hours tops. I'll be back in time for my watch.
Of course, your man life or your life, man.
Your man life.
Elon strokes out. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
You know what? It is my man life. Thank you.
18.
You're fine. You feel it coming on, but you shake it off.
It's just that island lingo.
I
It's
s-
like, hey man, your man life.
There
Your
you
man
go.
life.
I spit up some ink.
Okay.
Okay, but come on. 1 + 1, right?
I mean, you could give me one last insight check.
Natural 1.
Great. You get it, man. You're tired. Like, it's uncomfortable living here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A walk kind of sounds nice.
So like as soon as I get kind of like far enough away that like I look back and he's just like a little speck and he probably can't tell much about me. I just start booking it, just like, and I
It
get
is at night though.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
maybe I wouldn't have been so lax. Just because, I don't know.
Hey, no take backsies.
No, it's true. I'm just saying I'm worried for your safety more than anything.
So
I think there is a little bit of concern, but also, like, how
What am I
well do
gonna
you
do?
know each other?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, if you're running, you could probably get there in about 30, 40 minutes.
yeah, so I get there. First off, anything different about it? Still just dead?
Perception check.
Okay.
And then, Elon, give me a perception check
Oh.
as well.
It was a natural one.
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll address yours in a moment.
Okay.
Natural 1, everything seems the same.
Great. So I get down on my knees. I would like to. I didn't get a chance to check over the body. I just quickly rummage around. Anything additional?
Nothing additional. His pockets are pretty empty. Like, he didn't have much of anything.
Yeah.
Would he see any of the apparatus that Sylvester was like bringing with him? For
He had a pack as well, right?
And we
So I
took that.
assumed that
Okay,
you had
okay,
taken
okay.
the
Yeah,
pack as
yeah.
well.
I was kind of
Um,
worried. I was
yeah.
like,
So if there's nothing there, I would like to use my. I'd like to use, like I'd like to bite into his neck,
Okay.
and just sit there for a bit, just drink
You don't sit there very long
it. Yeah.
because it is disgusting.
Oh.
Have you ever had orc before?
I'm gonna say no. Gonna say it's the first time for him.
You don't get the sense that it's necessarily his origin. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh heavens. Oh no. Okay, so that's an 8.
You vomit.
Oof.
The blood that comes out is not red, but it is semi-coagulated. It's starting to curdle and has a gray undertone to it. And you have the poisoned condition.
Ah, buddy. Okay. Okay. Well, there you go. So then I get up and I kind of like stumble and I'm just like spitting. I'm like, what is this? And like, I get very curious because I just bit in, and I actually like take out my a dagger that I have, and I just like slit along one of his arms, just like along a vein.
Yeah, it's very thick, almost syrup-like blood that comes out very slowly, and it is bad blood.
Oh. And could I do a medicine check? Like,
Sure.
just to see what's going on with this. Like, is it just because he's dead? Because I've had dead
Yeah,
bodies.
you
and it
have
hasn't been
had dead bodies, and it is a little bit more gelatinous as
Yeah.
they stay, right?
Yeah.
But this is wrong.
So 14 on the medicine check.
Okay. It's starting to change the color of the dog's tentacles.
Ah, that sucks. I just drank that. Okay. So
Should have smelled the milk before you drank it.
always. It happens to me all the time. So then I like see that happen, and I'm like, oh no. And I actually like grab some sand, put it in my mouth, like
Yeah.
swish around, like I'm just like trying to get it out.
'Kay.
And then
Give me a perception check real fast.
14.
Do it at advantage. I'm going to give you one of your...
14 again.
Okay, cool. You kind of accidentally trigger your primeval awareness.
Oh, nice. I like that.
And it, like the hair on the back of your neck stands up, and you feel like you got to get the heck out of here.
Okay, I start running, and luckily I'm pretty quick. Like I've got 35-foot like walking speed, so it goes pretty quick. But still.
Okay. With your nat 20, you start running back toward the group. With your nat 20, you see a pair of purple eyes.
No.
Uh-oh. Okay. I wake Jolly up. Jolly.
Okay. It's been
Yes.
about 3 hours.
I thought I didn't have to do a watch. Like, do I need to?
No, look. And I point out at the purple eyes.
The purple eyes close.
Did he
and
see him?
Because of your nat 20, you hear
Did I see them?
and about 100 feet away, the purple eyes open again.
Look. And I
Give me a perception check with advantage because he's giving you the help action
Oh,
effectively.
good. I mean, it's still not great.
Classic.
11. Look, like, I could just take the watch. You don't have to make things happen.
The eyes are about 100 feet away, so it would make sense that like an 11 isn't enough to see it.
No, Jolly, we need to get ready. Like
Okay.
there's something out there.
Okay.
And Wolfgang is gone. Wolfgang left on a walk.
Wait, how do we not know that isn't Wolfgang?
I mean, does Wolfgang have purple glowing eyes?
I don't know.
The
I
eyes
just-
blink,
I
and
heard a
you hear
skittering.
I just met
And
you.
about another 100 feet further, the eyes open again.
Like further
Look.
away from us or towards us or around
It's
us?
doing a perimeter.
Okay.
Jolly, it is circling us. Look right there.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
and I'm going to cast Armor of Agathis.
Okay.
So I haven't gained any hit points.
You could do a short rest.
Okay. So I'm gonna do that really quick and get some hit dice going.
Could
Jolly?
I do the same thing?
You could as well.
Oh, yes.
But
Short
you do not regain any spells.
rest.
Crap. Where are my hit dice?
If you just go up to the top, you can hit short rest
Oh,
icon.
that's right.
Wolfgang,
Yes.
give me an athletics or acrobatics check to see how quickly you can get there.
Okay. Come on. Dice don't fail me now. Okay. 20.
Okay. You are fast as the wind right now. Roll a d4 with disadvantage.
Okay.
You want low.
Okay.
Okay.
Elon,
I
here's
want
what
low.
we do.
Did you see it?
With disadvantage, you
I
said?
did see it, yes.
Okay.
I think let's stay in between. Let's keep the snare
So I got
in
1 and a
between
4.
us and
Great.
it.
You wanted the one.
And I could
Okay.
lightning
You are
lure
one
it into
round
the snare.
away.
Okay.
And then it would have to do everything with the snare.
Okay, so we're just gonna start circling the tree basically and
Okay.
keeping it away from us.
But also staying outside the snare.
Okay.
Cyril, go check that thing out. What is it?
Are you sure you want to use Cyril?
Hey,
He's gonna
bud.
get eaten.
Hey, did you hear that guy say he was gonna eat you?
Are you gonna let him do that to me?
No, of course not.
But he said he would eat you too.
But he's not here. I just think that he probably is listening to us.
Oh, man.
We
I
should
had a lot that I wanted to get done today. And being eaten would really hamper my plans.
What do you got going on? And I'm doing this like as I'm like casing this thing.
There's like this pretty heavy suspense building as like some creature is running a perimeter around you. Got laundry.
Oh,
Gotta go get some groceries. Gotta check in on my buds.
you got other buds? I mean, that's cool. Just
I'm so sorry.
no, it's okay.
It's your man life.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, it's your man life.
I'm not sorry. I have other buds.
All right. Yeah, just asking.
But if you need to be exclusive, listen, I'm willing to have that conversation.
Well, as long as I'm best bud, right?
Hey, this is a good chat.
Do you like dap me? Like I like hold up my.
He didn't
kisses it.
respond. I noticed that silence.
Yeah,
So
I
I'm
noticed.
miles away.
Okay, yeah, go check that thing out though. Thanks, bud.
I'm on it. And just pats your cheek. And he'll... And then about...
Jolly's shaking his head right now like, what a weird situation. That's not how a father should act.
He appears back on Jolly's shoulder. Hey, that thing's no joke.
What is it?
I'm not entirely sure how to describe it.
Why are you on my shoulder?
Did you see like any resemblance to anything? Like, did it?
Have you ever seen a scorpion?
Yeah. I guess have I? I don't know. Probably.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yes, I've seen ice scorpions. I guess.
Sure. I'm gonna write that down for later.
Well, I rolled a 19, so. Great.
Well, it isn't that. And you hear the skittering.
Okay, we're like, can we see where it's coming from?
Right at you.
Okay, so the tree's in between us, right? Like we're gonna be circling the tree and like, you know, make sure that the tree's in between us and the creature.
Okay. Sure. You see the purple eyes get wider apart,
Nope.
and you see a hand reach into the light by the tree with claws about 8 inches long, and it's a humanoid but with carapace armor hand about as wide as your torso, and a second one as it pulls a skull head into the light, its mouth opening perpendicular to the ground, a second mouth accompanying it. And that's where we'll end today's episode.
Oh my gosh.
Folks, this has been Pact Boon, a family-friendly, wholesome, and peaceful Dungeons and Dragons actual play podcast. Hope you enjoyed it. Tune in next week to see what this monstrosity is. Big shout out once again, Monument Studios, Roll and Play Press, Painting Phantasms. Buckle up, you're gonna want to see what this thing actually looks like. Shout out Charlie Reeder for that monster. Guys, follow us on social media. Subscribe on YouTube. Follow us on Spotify, Amazon, Apple, everything. Your support is what helps us keep doing this. Send us some feedback as well. We always want to get better on it. You can check out our Patreon, see if you want to pay our way through. You'll never turn down money. Guys, you want to shout out anything else?
Thank you so much for listening.
Mm-hmm.
Really, you paying us attention is one of the biggest things that supports us, just knowing people are watching and listening. And hopefully you're enjoying it as we are suffering.
Booyah.
Just remember, it's your man life.
Your man life.
That's to be a t-shirt now.
See you later, buds.